It is all in your head and you are in love with the memory. I was wondering why I didn't do this sooner. I promise you will feel better instantly. I know deep inside that you understand that this is over. Stop hopelessly searching for how to get my ex back, how to get them to call you, how to get in their head. For what? Because after that, you will have to go through the pain again and again, and every time it's so much more painful. Because in your mind, while you're supposed to let go, you are imagining a what if situation. Let's talk about how to get over a breakup or let go of someone you are still in love with. The 5 stages of breakup seem to work for a lot of people, but for some reason, it doesn't work on you. Here's why. Let's talk about the 5 stages of breakup first, in case you haven't heard about it. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. These are supposed to be the natural way for your heart to heal. Unless you have deeper issues, you'll go right back to square one and experience the pain over and over again. It could take you months, if not years. If that's the case, you are at the right place. In today's video, I like to dive deep into the reason why it's so hard for you to get over someone, a breakup, or letting someone you love go. I want you to know that you are not alone in this. After this video, you will have the clarity to put an end into that chapter of your life and an opening to truly know yourself from a deeper level. Hi, my name's Delilah, and I wish I knew this sooner. Let's dive right in. Let's take a look at your history before this relationship. First thing is childhood wound or trauma. If you've dealt with abandonment issue, your caregiver wasn't consistent, they were absent a lot, it will be a lot more challenging for you to get over a breakup, especially if you were not the one that come up with the decision, call the shot. Why? Because the trigger is much deeper and more painful. You might think that you are recovered from your past childhood wound, but it affects you unconsciously. It's like getting a cut on the same spot again. That's why at times you might feel good and you think that you over the person. When you are feeling low vibration, the pain keeps coming back occasionally. The second thing is abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, or sexually abuse. It's like the only way you're used to being treated is like a victim, addicted to their abuser. You crave for the pain because you don't know how else to feel love. You don't know how to truly receive love any other way. You listen to sad songs all days and night, even for months or years after the relationship is long gone, and still feel the cut as if it was from yesterday. It feels like the breakup was still so new. They already move on with their life. You just can't stop replacing those happy moments and memories. Now let's talk about attachment style. You need to understand your attachment style. There are 4 types of attachment style, and I'm only going to talk about the one that will keep you from moving on after a breakup. If you understand this, you will know how to deal with your own pain and know yourself better. The first type is anxious attachment style. People with anxious attachment style always feel like they need the other half. They've lost their own identity and they've been joined to the hip with their partner. It's like icing on my cake kind of relationship that they don't even know how to be by themselves. Losing their partner is like losing an arm or a leg, a big part of who they are. They are the definition of hopeless romantic. Fortunately, if this is your attachment style, it's easier for you to get over them, even though you will feel so painful at first because it's uncomfortable. But as long as you learn how to love yourself and find love beside just from your partner, this is the key of healing to this attachment style. If you want me to make a video about this, please leave in the comment section and I will dig deeper. Otherwise, this video will go on for hours. The second type is dismissive avoidant attachment. Their caregiver was not around for a long time. When the caregiver comes back, they just feel like, I can't trust you. I don't know when you are going to be gone. So instead of being clinging on and attaching to their caregiver again, they choose to keep a distance and they will never trust again. That is why they detach themselves from intimacy. It might seem like, okay, it's probably so easy for them to move on. Why am I even including them in this attachment style that is so hard to get over a breakup? Because they don't show much emotion and they are very detached. It would be the other way around. They act like they are okay, constantly focus on themselves, refusing to deal with their own emotions and problems, hiding things under the rug. They could even feel a sense of guilt and shame because they are being a coward for running away, hiding from their own emotion. It's really their own heart that is broken. The longer they refuse to deal with the emotion, the deeper their wound will be, the longer it will take for them to heal. And they are really good at this. They go through the 5 stages of breakup like it's nothing, just to secretly ask themselves the what if question as times go by. I'm talking about months and years later, and ended up in regret in their own head. Now, the third type is the fearful avoidance, or you also call it disorganized attachment issue. This is a combination of the 2 attachment issues that I mentioned above, the anxious attachment and the dismissive avoidant attachment issue, which is what I have. The hardest type to get over a breakup, heartbreak, and to let somebody go. This is because they are functioning with both emotional and logical. Sadly, not at the same time. This leads to love feel like a drug to them. One day, they feel like they need to take a hit, so they would sink back into the memories and all the sadness, emotion, the happiness feelings, and then it's too overwhelming for them. They ask themselves, what the hell am I doing? Their logical mind kick in, and they're like, oh no, I don't want anything to do with them. I would never call them back. But then, as soon as they run off, they feel the need to take another hit of the drug, and they come right back. Just like that, they fall into the hot and cold, push and pull type of attachment issue. That is why it's so hard for them to get over somebody, because they just can't stop running around in circle and repeat the same pattern. As the high wears off, they yearn for more. They keep switching their mind from being logical to emotional. It's so hard for them to open up since they are scared of intimacy, yet they secretly crave for it. These are the type where their caregiver were inconsistent. They could abuse them at one moment and kiss them at the next moment, or they would show up in their life and disappear. So they don't know how to cope with their emotion. They just learn that that is how they want to be loved. Fearful avoidant would secretly feel that their emotion and what they share with their partner is too painful to let go completely. The thought of restarting with someone new and have to take so long to open up and let someone else in again, it's so hard for them. In another word, they contradict themselves. Please watch full video for more. Let's talk about culture programming. If you grew up listening to all of this, which a lot of us were, you complete me. You are my other half, my better half, my right person. You are the one. Right person, but wrong timing. The love of my life, soulmate, twin flame. You will find it so hard to let go of someone you love. As much as these are really cute way to express about love, but look at how it's been forced into your subconscious mind. Going through the extra pain during your breakup, and this is why it's so hard to move on. It's so hard to let someone go. Especially if you are a big fan of Disney, Happily Ever After, Princess and Prince Charming, Korean drama, love movie like Titanic, Romeo and Juliet, Gone with the Wind. I am not asking you to stop enjoying them. You need to understand that those expectations are not real. Because in your mind, while you're supposed to let go, you are imagining a what-if situation. What if this is just a challenge and you both will eventually get back together? You need to stop being addicted to love, especially when you know the person is toxic. You know that they are not good for you. Stop trying to hold on to the pleasure, to the imagination, to the illusion of fantasy lover in your head. Hope that you can turn hope into reality. If it meant to work out, it would work out. You wouldn't be here watching this So I beg you, please put yourself and your need first. This isn't just about a right person and wrong timing. Even when you see how good they treat the next person, it is not about them. It's about you, how you allow this type of treatment in your life. Focusing on working on yourself and knowing your value so you don't have to repeat the same lesson when it comes to the next person. Let them go. Let's talk about the how now that you understand the why. Once you understand yourself and know why you love the way you do, it's easier to pay attention, be aware, and remove yourself from these repeated emotions. Accept the breakup and lesson. First thing is allow yourself to feel. Venting, journaling, cry, scream, feel all of your emotion. Give yourself time for this. Do not try to use things to cope and distract yourself. It will come back and it will haunt you many times more. This is when you go out and drink, get drunk every night, go on a vacation, not really facing with the reality. Stop replaying the memory. Stop asking about them. Stop stalking them. You have to realize that you are giving it the power to control you. It is all in your head and you are in love with the memory. At the end of the day, it's just an image. It's just an emotion. Stop trying to create scenario in your head. This is the time where your brain will try to trick you, especially when you can't get what you want. You want more of it. Just because you want it doesn't mean that you should get it. Next is to write down a list of negative and positive. A lot of time during grief, we will forget all the negative and we can only focus on the positive. That is a human nature thing. Do not beat yourself up. That is why I would suggest for you to write this list down before you even go through a breakup, so you can always look back. I've done it many times before. You just need a reminder for what they did, how they treat you, their true color, and their character. When we think with emotion, we would get soft and fall back into the same emotion, the good time that they provide for us. That's why I want you to have this list before you break up with them, so you can have the strength to leave. Because it's really sad to walk out from someone. If you are here watching this, I know deep inside that you understand that this is over. It's not just a decision of the heat of the moment. I want you to really accept that. If you truly love them, you have to learn to let them go. If you still hate them, then you are thinking with emotion again. Why do you even hate them? Even if they left you, betray you, cheated on you, I want you to remember the universe will use lesson to trigger you until you understand and get the message that they are not the right one for you and it's time to let go. So stop resisting. I understand it's very painful. It's like grieving someone while they're still alive. But if you don't let go, how are you ever going to find yourself? Stop hopelessly go on YouTube and the internet searching for how to get my ex back, how to get them to call you, how to get in their head. For what? Because after that, you will have to go through the pain again and again. And every time you go over the pain again, it's so much more painful. It's even harder to let go. It's like cutting on top of a cut that hasn't even healed yet. You're still bleeding and you're trying to cut yourself again. Do you even love yourself? Stick with the no contact rule. I want you to understand that romance isn't everything. You can find love and beauty in everything and everyone around you. You can romanticize your life. I made a video and you can watch it. You came to this life alone and you will leave this life alone. Nothing lasts forever. Everything is temporary. Your pain, your lovers, your contracts. Because I believe that everybody has a contract to come into your life and not everyone will stay. As long as you understand that, it will be much easier to let go. Just remind yourself. I don't think that time would heal everything. To me, I heard that all the time and I don't think it's true, because if you don't work on your wound, you can still be grieving over someone 10 years later. But it does help soothe out the pain. Healing starts with self-love and the courage to start putting yourself first. The more you love yourself, the less you want to put up with what hurt you, including these romanticized feelings about the pain. This is time to turn your pain into power. Pain is your greatest weapon. You can use your pain to turn it to art, turn it to writing. I started this YouTube channel because I was very sad about a situation that happened that I cannot go back. You can turn your pain into something that serves you. Use it to rise from the ash. Build your individual image. Build yourself back up. Not for your ex to regret leaving you or for new partner to come. You don't want to fall back into the cycle of validation. Adopt new habits. Find the time and the energy that wasted. Turn into something that you always wanted to do. A new hobby that you always wanted to try. This is the time that you get to have for yourself. You don't have to worry about somebody else. When you find another person after that, you don't need to settle. Your life is already complete. When you coming into a new relationship, always be your own light, identity, and your own source of love. Most important, okay? If you are in pain right now, I want you to write 2 letters. First letter is the letter you write to them about how you feel, and save the letter. If you still want to send them 6 months later, send them, because it's very powerful for you to release your emotion. You are not able to express to them about how you feel. So it's very therapeutic to release your emotion on the letter. And even though you really want to send it, you can see if you still want to send it in the next 6 months. Most likely you won't, because you already fall out that stage, even though you're not over them. For the second letter that I want you to write to them, I want you to be more aggressive in this letter. Like if you need to swear, cuss, or say whatever that you will never dare to say to them in the first letter. Say it all. How can you do this to me? Put all your emotion into it. Allow your self-esteem, your ego to come out. Say what you want without holding back. Read it out loud, okay? Cry, scream, and then burn it. Watch it burn. I promise you will feel better instantly because you are burning the past. A lot of time we don't get to really express how we feel during a breakup because we can't just go and tell them exactly how we feel, especially what's the point? It's already coming to an end. This is where you get to release your emotion, because where else would your emotion goes to? It stay inside of you. That is why you can't get over them. That's why you can't let go. I've done this, and when I watch the letter burn, I can see my emotion follow it. I was wondering why I didn't do this sooner. Repeat as many times as you need to express yourself again. This is not for them. This is for you. I only need to do it twice and able to let the person go. Writing down your emotion is very powerful. Being able to speak out loud. I really hope this video helps and goes to those in need. I hope that by understanding the why, you can put it into the how. You have enough understanding and tip to get over that person and truly let go. Don't resist the pain. Resistance make it harder. Feel the pain, but don't daydream about them. That's 2 different things. And use this breakup as a tool to break through. Turn your pain into power. If you like what I share and you find values, please support my channel hitting that like, subscribe button and share to those in need. Sending you so much love and healing energy. Watch these videos next. They will really help you understand you've got this. You can recover from this. I'm rooting for you. See you in the next video. Love you. Bye-bye.